Hello, this is RICKY, the Android Guy, and welcome to the beginner's guide for the Samsung Galaxy camera. In this video, I'll be going over a couple things that I feel that everyone should know on how to use, operate, and navigate the Galaxy camera, and just a couple of helpful hints. So let's go right into it. First of all, just so you know where the main parts are, you have your power button right here at the top. You have your shutter button for your camera, zoom in and zoom out. That's why the minus and the plus right there. And then of course your flash button right here. So we're going to turn this on. And when you turn on the Galaxy camera, you go right into the camera first, and then you can go into Android. Now I do have a full video on all of the camera features, but just a few quick tidbits. You take photo like that. You can focus either by holding down halfway or touch to focus. You have 3 different modes going from auto to smart mode to expert mode, all for different purposes, taking a photo and taking video. And when you do take video, you can also take a photo while recording, just so you know. So from there, we can go into the home section, which will go into full Android. If you did want to view your photos you just recently took, you can also push the bottom left, which will take you to your gallery, and namely your most recent photos. So these were just the ones we took right now, and the video we recently took. And then we can go home to look at our full Android. Now, this does have full Android 4.1 to be exact. So it's Jelly Bean. This has a quad-core processor, so it is no slouch when it comes to speed for a device. So, really nice in how it operates, and you can hold it in portrait or landscape. And you will always have the camera icon at the bottom left, and you'll have the apps icon on the bottom right. So, the apps icon will take you into all of your apps. These are in alphabetical order, so you can just go through them, and they are in alphabetical order. If you ever did want to change that, you would go into view type right here, and instead of customize, you can customize yours, or even go into an alphabetical list if you prefer that. And if you ever did want to uninstall an app, I haven't installed any different apps, but you could just click uninstall, and then you would see little minus spots on anything you can uninstall from the device, and then you would just click that minus, and that would be it. Important apps you should be aware of. One is the Photo Wizard. Photo Wizard is how you'll be editing all your photos. It's a great built-in editor for photos, and definitely has a lot of features to it. I do have a video on the Photo Wizard that you can check out as well, and that'll take you step by step into the Photo Wizard. You also have a video editor built in. Now this is really good for those people that just want to separate their videos and do very, very basic video editing, nothing advanced. The Play Store is where you'll be getting all of your apps. So the Play Store is not only where you can get apps actually, but it's also where you can get music, movies, magazines, basically any kind of app or any kind of media really you want on your device. And it's very laid out from apps, music, books, magazines, movies, and TV. And you can scroll up to see all of the featured items. Since we're at the end of the year, we have a lot of awards being given out. And if we were to go into apps themselves, you have again the featured page. Thereafter you have categories if you swipe to the left, such as right here. If you swipe to the right, you have the top paid for apps. Then you have the top free apps. top grossing, top new paid for apps, and top new free apps. So just to give you an idea about how the Play Store itself works. Now, you do have a lot of different apps built in, just very simple things such as your gallery and your video player. So the video player is where you'd want to display your videos simply because they will be moving videos. Once they've played through the first time, they will actually move, and you'll get to see your entire video play out. And that's obviously one I was doing earlier. Another great thing about this device is when watching your videos, the screen is obviously very clear. But not only that, you can push this button at the bottom to do something called pop-up play. So if you wanted to watch your video and do anything else, you have that ability. In Gallery, you'll get to see all of your different albums you have. You can also view them in different ways, such as 3D timeline, and even 3D carousel, which will always impress your friends. Besides that, when you go into your camera folder, you can actually create a new folder simply by pushing the new album button. So if you go to a wedding, you can highlight all of the wedding photos and bring them all into their own folder. And then just move them, and that would create a new folder for the wedding photos. A nice way to organize your photos that isn't on most Android devices. Another important thing to note is Google Maps. This device can be used for navigation. The best way to do that would be to go into your maps, and when you're in the maps, you can actually download the maps offline. This will allow you to use the navigation when you do not have data. Very simple, although my data is going very slow right now. But how I would usually do that is just menu, make available offline, and then you can choose your area. Very simple, very easy. Now let's go into settings. When we push the menu button at the bottom right, we see we can set a wallpaper, search, and go into settings. Now in settings we have different things. We have Wi-Fi, which if we open up we can link to any available Wi-Fi. If it has a lock, it is a secure Wi-Fi, which means you do need your password. We have our Bluetooth right here, and under more settings we'll have our mobile networks. This is where you would connect to your mobile network for either AT&T or Verizon in the US. If you don't like the sounds, you can go right here into sound and turn the volume down in your notification, in your system settings, in your media. You can also have your notification be different. Now, a quicker way to go into these settings is actually just pulling down the screen, which brings you to what is called the notification panel. This is a quick access to turn on and off Wi-Fi, GPS, sound into vibrate, mute, and regular full sound, Bluetooth and data, and other types of connections. Finally, we go into display for our timeout feature, as well as if we want to display the battery percentage always at the top, and change our font size and wallpaper. Now, another thing we have is when we go down over here, we have our accounts. To add an account, you would go here and then add a Google account to be able to use the Play Store. A Google account requires a Gmail, which if you don't have one, just sign up for one and then you will be able to use it. A Samsung account, which will allow you to back up all of your Samsung contacts and let you get apps like Polaris Office. And finally, your Facebook account, so you can link all of your photos to Facebook and send them sharing very easily. And those are going to be the main highlights of the Samsung Galaxy camera. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.